and the Miami Dolphins. The holiday season is upon us. We've got the gift of the NFL as we're underway here in Week 16. This fielded at the 2. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line.
Check. Watch 54. Watch 54. Watch the run. No. Off. Watch rabbit.
They run it for the first time with Tony Pollard. It'll go as a loss of a yard on the game's first play. Second down.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result. Negative yardage. A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. Second and 11. This one grabbed by A.J. Green. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. Give him 15 yards on that one, and the Dolphins have a first down. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. They'll go with Pollard here on 1st down. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down.
2nd and 12 at the 37-yard line.
Set, ready. 70 ending. 50, throw, shot. Back the pass. Right there. 54, right there. 54.
Here we go on 2nd and 12. Looking for his running back, and he's got him. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. The catch and run, good for 18 and a 1st down.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
And that was a good start, getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them. Most of these guys are self-motivated. They have a lot of pride in their performance.
A Miami 1st down, that one going for a gain of 11.
And there we see an early burst that makes him one of the leading rushers in the league.
Well, I want you to know, I listened to you yesterday when we were watching film. You said write down the word vision for him. It was on display there, wasn't it?
It certainly was, because he allows the blocks to set up in front of him. And if that continues, it'll be a long afternoon for those guys trying to play some defense.
Now back to throw. And the tip there altered the ball flight, and it falls incomplete. It'll be 2nd down.
It's always a battle. Who's going to win on 1st down, the offense or the defense? Let's face it, if you've got the ball, 4 yards or more on 1st down is what you're aiming for. They tried to throw for it there. Nice effort to knock that one away and bring up 2nd down.
Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. It's complete. Stills. And this is going to turn into another 1st down as the tackle is made at the Vikings' 12-yard line. That's what we're used to seeing from him right there. Plays like that, why he's number 4 in the league in terms of receiving yardage.
Able to make adjustments all along the way. Doesn't matter where he lines up, where he releases from. Working his way into the secondary, figures out defenses and finds weak spots in order to get open.
Blitz coming, and down he goes. Stephen Weatherly, make that now 8 sacks for him on the season.
They just gave up a sack there, and if I'm not mistaken, they gave up 4 last week, didn't they?
Yes. And just looking really porous, aren't they?
They really are, and I'm wondering if they're going to have to start thinking about keeping the tight end in, maybe a back, someone to help assist, because right now their quarterback's been getting hit a lot in the last couple of games.
Protection certainly going to need to be a bit better here on 2nd and 16.
Mike 5-4, Mike 5-4, Mike 5-4.
2nd and long. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Eric Kendricks. And he will bring it out past the 20-yard line. They are in a zone. Remember, folks, 4 interceptions for this defense a week ago. First drive, make it number 5.
And the focal point will be the people who pick the ball out of the air. But let's not forget, to make that happen, it has to be an excellent pass rush, terrific coverage where they are plastered to the receivers, and then, of course, taking it away, making the catch, and going in the other direction.
They'll run on first down. Sheffield trying to run inside, but nothing there. Officially no gain on the play, and it's second down. And as a defensive end, getting off the ball quickly, swarming to the football, making a tackle, that's what we saw right there.
Yeah, that's what their job is, and really a lot of the time they have to throttle back a little bit in the run game because you know those defensive ends, they're like in a sprinter stance. They're just headed straight for the quarterback. That was good recognition on that play to hold him to no gain.
And again, he's going to be stopped up right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on that one as it brings up a 3rd and 10. And he got off the end there very quickly to make that play.
Yeah, it was almost like the bullet train, wasn't it? I mean, just zoom. Quick, quick, quick. And what a terrific play, holding them to no gain.
2 runs for a net gain of nothing. Now here's 3rd and 10. On 3rd down, Sheffield. And a pretty nice tackle there, ranging up from his free safety spot as he'll stop him about a yard short. He did well to get him 8 yards, but it's still going to mean a call to the punt team on 4th down. On now to kick it away is the punter, Matt Weil. On the return, Harris. That'll be a 50-yard punt with 8 on the return. And it'll be Dolphin football. First down, Miami, as they get set to start the drive. Well, they were intercepted the first time they had the football, but now they get it back, and it's still 0-0.
And because of that, you know what the thought process is? Interception. What interception? It didn't really happen because they gave up no points. So go back on the attack. Go back and run the offense you believe will be successful. Find your playmakers and give them the football.
At the 27-yard line.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8.
Me and you all day. All day. I'm coming after you. I'm coming after you. Hey, what's that? What's that? Check Mike 54.
Here's 2nd and 8. Oh, a nice spin. They'll find Everett there, complete. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down. With that grab, he now sits at 200 for his career, and maybe more importantly, a first down. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
All right. Here we go. Let's go, D. Let's go. Hey, let's get there. Kill, kill, kill. Alert flare. Alert flare. Flare, flare. Go, go. Whip, whip. Watch the whip. Check, put it back.
Pollard going to try the right side. And able to break 1 tackle, but then quickly brought down. A minimal gain as we tick down inside of a minute remaining in the opening quarter.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on 2nd down.
The play-action fake. They'll look to throw. And his throw's going to be incomplete. He was looking for his favorite target, A.J. Green, that time. And it'll bring up 3rd down.
When I watched that play, I thought about what my coaches had told me in the past. The biggest teaching point, get your head around. Locate the football so you can make a play on it while it's in the air. That's exactly what he did there. That was nice.
Go. Go. Hey, watch that, watch that.
They'll set up to throw. Caught by Jones. And he'll only get this to about the 44 as they stop him short of the line to gain. Just a 5-yard pickup, and it leads to 4th down. The Dolphins will send out the punter now as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. And this is away. It's a high kick, and he got all of it. No score after 1 on EA Sports. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And they'll certainly be trying to do better than that first drive where they went 3 and out.
And sometimes the first drive is just simply to settle nerves. You know what it's like at the start of a game with the emotion. Guys are a little bit jumpy.
You do.
Oh, you understand the same way. It's just like us calling one, right? Making sure we ease into the game, let it come to us.
Well, you went 3
and now
and
they
out.
have that opportunity.
No, you didn't go 3 and out. I went 3 and out on that first drive. I'll try to do better here. After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. Now a give, right side. Sheffield. He is taken down at the 21 after a short gain of 2.
54's Mike. 54's Mike. Check. Watch 54. Watch 54.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. And the Dolphins rush gets home. Down he goes. From his linebacker spot, Vontaze Burfict with a sack. You never want to give up a sack. From the O-line's perspective, they hate it for several reasons, especially because they felt like they let little brother down back there in the pocket.
Oh, no doubt. They have a ton of pride, and they go into every job wanting to keep that guy clean. They want that uniform with no grass stains, no dirt, nothing on it. But it's really, really difficult. You're talking about some terrific athletes who are trying to put him on the ground.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive as we grind toward the end of the season here, and they haven't had the season that they had hoped. So let me ask you to play GM. Where might they look to make some changes?
I think when you look into the upcoming draft, think hard about them drafting multiple offensive linemen. They've got to get stouter up front. And as a GM, it always tells me, Charles, this is a big boy league, and big people always end up winning games for you.
Looks like he's going to get a couple here on this first down carry, and that'll make it 2nd and 8. Tackle made by Eric Kendricks.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Now the pass hauled in by Kenny Stills. And he lost the football. And this belongs to the Vikings.
We have seen this before, and we know coaches preach about this and work on it all the time. Catch the ball. You know there's going to be some traffic somewhere. They've got to put it away and secure it as they try and get downfield.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. This is their 3rd drive. Right now, maybe not about points, just about getting something. They haven't gotten a first down yet in this game.
It's a mental barrier you don't think about until you go a couple of drives without getting a first down. Then all of a sudden it looms big. It gets harder and harder to actually attain that first down.
Second and 15. Quick hitter here. It's complete. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
You get rock me. You get rock me. You get rock me. 36. Hayward. Let's go.
He'll drop to throw. Throwing left side here, and it's complete. And he gets this to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. 12 yards there. First down, Vikings.
First down, Vikings.
Ready? Right. Mike 4. Let's go. He's coming, he's coming, he's coming.
On first down, Sheffield. And the running lane's non-existent in this first half as they'll stop him behind the line. It's a loss of 4 there, bringing up second down.
Ready, Pittsburgh, 54, right, 54. Watch the run, watch the run.
Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. He's going to find his running back. It's complete. And he'll be brought down at the 45-yard line. Give him 2 yards on that play, and they'll be facing a 3rd and 12.
Here we go, D. All day, defense, all day, all day. Let's go. Take it.
They'll drop to throw. Got a man. He finds Sanders. Touchdown, Vikings. A big play there. His 6th touchdown of the season as his guys are first onto the scoreboard here this afternoon. Elliott good with a PAT, and it's now a 7-0 game. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. First down Miami as they get set to start the drive. And last time, not only the turnover, but that turned into 6 points. They got to make up for that here.
We always hear about empty possessions, but some are worse than others. You can have an empty possession, punt the ball away, get yourself set to play defense, but when you turn it over, it changes momentum, and when they take it downfield and punch it in on you, that's a bad possession all the way around.
Yeah, but you're hungry to get back out there, aren't you?
You better be, because otherwise, it's going to be a long day for you.
2 minutes on the clock, second quarter, 7-0 ball game. A reminder, coming up at halftime, we'll send you up to Orlando. Jonathan Coachman is there, and he'll have stats and scores from a busy Sunday in the NFL. On second down, it's Pollard, and he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. That backs him up 1 yard and brings up third down.
Mike 5-4, Mike 5-4. Go. 5-4. Cut. Hey, watch that. Check, Mike. Echo. 54. Let's go, D. Big series right here. We got to step it up. Mike's 54.
Out of the gun now on third down. Looking for Stills here, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the Pro Bowler, Anthony Barr. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown.
Let's go.
Short throw, pick six right there. Those linebackers, they love when those short throws come and those eyes get real wide, don't they?
How about the anticipation on the play? Reading, reacting, and then the ability to catch the football and take it in the opposite direction.
Elliott good on the extra point, and that'll make the score 14-0. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six, and now the kick is away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays.
And for the third time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Eric Kendricks. He was looking that time for Stills. Well, that's 3 picks he's now thrown in this game.
And I know this, the holiday season, because here we are in December.
Season of giving.
Right, it is the season of giving. Maybe for his own sake after the game, he may have to announce that he's donating certain amounts to charity for each interception that he throws.
Here's a throw, complete right side to start things out. Now the Dolphins going to burn the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. So 2nd and 8 here after the pass play for 2 yards on first down.
Tighten up. Check, 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 check.
Looking to throw. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. The Dolphins going to take their second timeout as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. After the sack, they'll come up now 3rd and long.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see them run the ball here just to try and get some space.
And indeed, that's what they'll do as they run it here. And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. Now the Dolphins will use the last of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. He steps into this one, and this is a rocket. Harris to return. That one in the books as a 64-yard punt. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. First down Miami as they get set to start the drive. They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a first down now.
Stay at home, stay at home. Hey, watch it.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. He completes it to Jones. It's a gain of 20 as we wind down near 20 seconds left in the quarter. Back to throw now on first down. Flush to his right. Now he'll pull it down, and a flag comes in as that one falls incomplete. Well, let's see who this is on. So he was past the line of scrimmage when he threw it.
And as they say, that's a no-no. Got to be able to understand where you are on the field and not cross the line before throwing the ball downfield.
So the illegal forward pass also costs him a down, and now it's 2nd and long.
Put that team on the box. Hey, alert 3. Heads, yeah.
Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. Looking downfield for Jones. And that's incomplete. Clock stops with 10 seconds left.
Brings up 3rd down and 15.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down.
Check 24, check. Check Mike 39. Check Mike 39. Hey, here we go. Watch the pass. Watch the pass.
They'll look to throw. He's got Green. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. Give him 15 yards on that one, and the Dolphins have a first down. So even though it's first down, here's the field goal unit on now to try to get 3 before halftime. From the right hash and call it an even 50 yards. And this is right down the middle as he puts it through. So a big play before the end of the half to get him into this spot, and they cash in with 3.
How about the 1-2 to the solar plexus on that one? The big play, the field goal, not much time left on the clock. That's the way to go into the half.
And he's going to be out of bounds across the 50. Great return. So we've reached halftime here on Christmas Day. As we go up to Orlando now and hand it over to Jonathan Coachman with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Take it away, Coach. The Vikings have to like their position. They've got the lead. They get this football as well as we are back and underway for the second half. This is taken at the 3. And nice work on the return as they'll start their drive just past the 30-yard line. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. They built a good first-half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively.
Check, check. Watch 54. Watch 54. be a long day.
They'll run on first down. Sheffield. There he goes, left side. Touchdown, Vikings. A great play there. Touchdown number 18 on the year. And the Vikings are going to widen that advantage. Still plenty of time left in the game, but now starting to pull away a little bit. Get some breathing room with that one.
And I don't want people to think that NFL locker rooms are cookie cutter, that everyone's saying the exact same thing in every situation. But I do know that all 32 teams have an emphasis on starting fast. Game, the second half, no matter what, whether it's first 5 minutes, first 3, whatever, this was a big score to start the second half.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And their halftime hole now even deeper. And they need a big drive here just to answer the first touchdown of the second half scored against them.
They were down at the half. Now, as you mentioned, they're down a little bit bigger. But no time for discouragement. Just got to get back to it, right? Put your shoulder against the boulder and start pushing. And try and get back to where you were to start the half. And
he'll be brought down right around the 37. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
At this stage of the game, the run-pass numbers are a little bit out of whack because most of their yardage has come through the air. But in a sense, that just sets things up for big runs like that because the defense might be a little bit off balance. They pick up another first down with that run.
Back to throw. It's complete to Jones. And he'll be stopped right at midfield. That one good for 13 and a Dolphin first down.
You can see the time and effort and thought that they put into their passing game because it was evident right there. It looks like a simple pitch and catch, but you and I both know that they have planned for this and worked hard to make it happen.
54, Mike, 54.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. He's going to hit his man out of the backfield, complete. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. The catch and run there, good for 16 and a first. This quarterback now 10 of 16 throwing the football. It's first and 10.
Kill. Hey, watch that. Check Mike 54. Mike 54. Watch the slant. Look smoke. Mike 54. Mike 54. Hey, come up the ball. Yeah. 3, check 3.
They'll set up a throw. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off at the 15. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Yet another interception, and I just had to double-check my math. But it is now 8 between last week and this week.
Well, I just used a calculator. I didn't worry about double-checking it. But the thing that always throws me when you see quarterbacks in this type of a bad spot, they're trying to figure out what they can do to change it, and sometimes they try too hard, and they never get out of it. And that's where he is right now. He's just locked in a really bad way.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run.
Tight dog.
They'll keep it on the ground. Sheffield, he'll get about 3 as he's taken down at the 23.
Third quarter and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
Run it. 54, right there. 54 mile. In your face. He's coming. Double up. He's coming. Double up.
Back to throw here. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
Harris now to return. A good return there, call it 13 yards. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. First down Miami as they get set to start the drive. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the ending, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, That does them no good to go back and say, well, you know what, a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
Good yardage after the catch. Is that play good for 30 and a first? So the line of scrimmage moves all the way across the 50 now as they come up 1st and 10.
Wild Bill. Right there. 54. Right there. Right there. 54 Mike. Hustle. Kill. Check 31.
They'll look to throw here. Eluding the pressure right. That's complete to the tight end, Everett. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch. He's been quiet today in the passing game, just his 2nd catch.
Yeah, and people have to come up with schemes to limit him. And what a lot of teams do, they'll double him, use a linebacker underneath, a safety over the top. Sometimes they'll just take a corner, maybe their 3rd corner if he's a bigger guy, and put him on a man-to-man to try and limit his touches. Just keep mixing it up, give him different angles, different looks, like a good boxer does.
Now a deep ball there on 2nd down, but it'll wind up incomplete. Zay Jones was the intended receiver, and it's 3rd and short.
Brandon, at least there's one bright side to that incompletion.
What's that?
It wasn't an interception.
Wow. You're a nice guy. That was kind of savage. But correct. No pick, just incomplete that time. In need of a conversion on 3rd down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense.
Hey, tighten down.
He'll look to throw. And that's knocked away and incomplete.
Certainly looked like they were getting ready to convert there on 3rd down, but what an effort to get his hand on that one, knock it away, and brings up a 4th down decision.
Still just the 3rd quarter, but they've got to make something happen. I think they know that. They're going for it on 4th.
Give me that. Give me that. Check three. 29 is the Mike 29. And let's pin the mirrors back and go full strip. 29 is the Mike.
He'll look to throw. He's going to have his running back. It's complete. And he gets it to the 34. Good enough for the first. A solid pickup of 5 and a very solid 4th down conversion. And defensively, pure frustration. Oh, he's going to let this go for the end zone. Oh, he had 6 points in his hands there. Couldn't hang on. 2nd down. We saw this a lot in the first half, and it continues. These receivers just not able to get much separation.
So that means they have to win the 50-50 balls. They've got to go up with the defender and find a way to start coming down with them.
And this time, contact and another incomplete pass. Now this one complete downfield on the left side. And he's going to be out down inside the 20 at the 15. 19 yards the pickup there. Move the chains.
First and 10 at the 15-yard line.
Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10.
Right there. 54. Right there. 54 Mike. Watch the backer. 54 is Mike.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And he's got his man out of the backfield. That's complete. And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line. A minimal gain there on the 8th play of the drive. Here's 2nd and 8. And he's got it. 90 yards receiving now for him in the ball game. It's a 1st down. 1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this. And he is in. Touchdown, Miami. Tony Pollard, his 14th touchdown now on the year. And the Dolphins are able to draw a bit closer. The extra point up and good, and it makes the score 21-10. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Tavecchio. This fielded at the 2. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line.
At their own 26-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. Certainly want to avoid what they had to do last possession. That was punt the football, because this game's starting to tighten up.
In a basketball sense, you think about taking a little bit of the air out of the ball, right? Maybe milk some clock, limit the possessions. In this case, they might want to do the same thing, but control the game offensively. Put together some first downs, put together a drive, and keep it away from them.
Back now in Miami. It's the Vikings in possession of the football and the lead. They'll be looking to add to that total as we begin quarter number 4. Throwing quickly, that's caught by Brown out wide. And he takes this up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. It's a gain of 11 as the Vikings pick up the first.
Another nice pickup through the air, and I think a lot of people might expect them to run the ball in this situation, Brandon, but with this lead, they're electing to throw the football. Swings, slants, quick outs, things that they consider safe.
And he'll be taken down across the 50 at the 45 in enemy territory. It's a gain of 16, and the Vikings have the first down as well.
First down, Vikings.
So now 1st and 10 as they've crossed into Miami territory at the 45-yard line. They'll keep it on the ground. Sheffield. And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here. And that'll make this a 2nd and 13. They'll try the left side. Sheffield. And he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line. Officially, it will go as a 1-yard loss, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down.
Third down.
Third and 15 here after the 1st and 2nd down plays went in the wrong direction. Now back to throw. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And he's going to be stopped here at the 43, and that is not near enough to pick up the first. The screen good for 6, but it's not enough as it leads to a 4th down. Here's Matt Wild now. He's been terrific so far. And he deserves a bronze leg as he gets this one away. It'll be called just a 22-yard punt. Certainly not what he wanted. And out will come the offense as they take over. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
And that's caught inside the 30. And all the way in for a Miami touchdown. Kenny Stills, 81 yards, as his guys are back within a single score. So now a big play here as the Dolphins will go for the 2.
Check 26, check 26. Watch the eye.
They'll try and run it here. And he will get into the end zone as a 2-point conversion is successful. And the lead is down to a field goal here in the 4th. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Tavecchio. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. They're holding on right now to that slim advantage in a one-score game, and you hear a lot about 2-minute offense and 4-minute offense. Obviously, the 4-minute offense applies here. How do they run that effectively?
Yeah, really what the 4-minute offense is you're just trying to grind the clock. So you want consistent gains, steady gains. Doesn't have to be big plays, but it has to be plays that gets first downs and keeps the ball away from your opponent.
But certainly throwing the ball is in the mix here.
It certainly is. Just make sure that you're careful with it. And again, get those first downs, keep possession of the football.
They're going to look to throw. He's going to loft one deep over the middle. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be third down. This a very important drive, and that incompletion leads to a very important third down here if they're going to try and get the football back.
Yeah, getting it back, absolutely crucial to their chances to try and win this game. I would expect a lot of pressure here. They can't afford to let them continue to get first downs and eat away at the clock.
They'll set up to throw. And able to catch it on the left sideline, but they're going to rule him out of bounds. So it'll be incomplete, and certainly one they'd like to have back as it brings up fourth down. Here's Matt Weil now as they're forced to kick for the 6th time today.
Let's go, take over first and 10 at their own 21-yard line.
Let's go.
First down Miami as they get set to start the drive. And last time the formula was pretty simple. One play drive, long pass. That maybe they just want to do that again, right?
And that's exactly how you want to draw things up. Whether it's on your grease board, right, in your playbook, one play drive is exactly what you want on offense. What they have to be careful of is not having a letdown. It was fairly easy last time. They can't expect that going forward.
And we'll see if it's that easy here. Give him 15 yards on that one, and the Dolphins have a first down.
First and 10 at the 37-yard line.
One play has him to the 37 here for first and 10.
Let's go, defense. Let's get out the field. Check 15. Check 15.
He'll drop to throw. And seeing no options, he just tosses this one away, incomplete. Now that'll bring up second down. Got out of the pocket, didn't look like he had anybody open, Charles, so just gets rid of it.
And a good play by him. If no one's open and you don't have a running lane that you want to take, make the right choice. Get rid of it, live to fight another down.
Line of scrimmage, again the 37 as they line up second and 10.
Watch that. Check Mike 54. Mike 54. Nice, sweetheart.
Second and 10. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And this is going to turn into another first down as the tackle is made at the Vikings' 45-yard line. And with that last play, he's now up over that 300-yard mark.
And in today's NFL, it almost feels routine. And I hate that when you talk about a 300-yard passing game. To me, 300 yards still signifies excellence, and he's achieved that in this performance.
And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. This will be a 2-yard loss on the play, and it'll be second and 12.
At the Vikings' 48-yard line.
Right there. 54. Right there. 50. Hey, let's get that ball, D. Let's get that ball right here. Sponge.
Here we go on second and 12. And he's going to find his man out of the backfield. That's complete. 3 points separating these two sides with 2 minutes left to go in the fourth. So the Dolphins have it as we welcome you back in. Big play coming up. Here's third and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
Mike 5-4.
And the blitz does come. And he finds Stills, complete. And this is going to turn into another first down as the tackle is made at the Vikings' 26.
In a 2-minute drill, we often talk about taking care of the football, but sometimes it's just a matter of who wants it more. How about him going up top on a 50-50 ball and taking it away for a big play?
And defensive back Jamal Adams in on the stop. Here's Pollard again. Oh, no, he lost the football.
Wow, that ball is not free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get him home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover. He'll look to throw. It's caught. Jones. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. He's back to throw.
I'm a little surprised right here.
Oh, no, he lost the football. And this belongs to the Vikings. Holding on to the football becoming a little bit of an issue. He had 2 fumbles last week, remember.
I played for a guy that used to talk all the time about creating turbulence in the pocket, making the quarterback jumpy, make him antsy, keep getting after him a little bit, and make sure he thinks about holding on to the ball because you're going after him. That didn't appear to be a run blitz. He just darted in once he saw the run develop. That appeared to be a case of see ball, get ball.
They'll keep it on the ground. Sheffield, room past the 20. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains.
Do my eyes deceive me, or is he getting stronger as this game moves along?
Burst seems just as good here in the 4th as it was way back in the 1st, doesn't it?
I do believe someone put a lot of time in the offseason and continues to condition during the season in order to continue to carry the ball at this rate.
Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. Trying to get their tight end involved finally. That's the first time that they've looked his way. He's kind of been a forgotten man in this offensive scheme.
Yeah, it didn't look his way at all in the first half, and I'll bet you the offense coordinator made a note at the half and said, let's get him involved because he could be a big-time playmaker for us.
The Dolphins going to take their 2nd timeout as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the ballgame. They'll keep it on the ground. Sheffield. Now the Dolphins will use the last of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in the football game. Here's Matt Weil now as he's on to punt for Minnesota. This is Harris. The good kick, 48 yards, 4 on the return. And there'll be time for maybe one final play before we hit 000. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. Look at the clock. Everyone knows the situation. Probably time here for one final play.
And we know what that play is going to be. It's got to be some sort of Hail Mary, throwing it towards the end zone and hoping someone can catch it or catch it off of a tip. Think back to 2015. Didn't we see Green?
He's got it at the 15.
Let's go.
Well, going into the final play of this game, they knew that they needed some type of a miracle there at the very end, but they couldn't get it done. However, we were treated to really a spectacular affair.
Even though they didn't finish it off, you're exactly right. They took us down to the last play. You're wondering, could it happen? Possibly, even though we both knew it was a long shot.
So for the Vikings, it's a critical win for them as it gets them to 9-6 on the year. And they will head back home next week.